Arham had always loved the rain, but that day it felt different, almost magical. He stood beside his motorbike outside the college gate when a soft fragrance drifted past him, carried by the wind, like a flower brushing by. And that flower was Alina. Wearing a white kurti, her hair damp from the drizzle, books pressed against her chest, and eyes shining with a gentle innocence, Arham forgot how to breathe for a moment. "Excuse me, can we share an umbrella?" Alina asked with a shy smile. Her dupatta was completely soaked. Arham didn't have an umbrella at all, but he lied anyway. Yeah, I have one." Then quickly lifted his jacket above them and added, "I mean, this works too." Alina laughed softly, and that laugh, it wasn't just a sound for Arham, it was a feeling, almost intoxicating. They began walking down the sidewalk together, the rain turning the moment into a scene straight out of a movie. Arham stayed quiet, but inside, only one thought echoed. "I hope this moment never ends." Alina glanced at him and asked, "Do you always stay this silent?" Arham replied, "Maybe, when someone this beautiful is walking beside me." A gentle blush colored her cheeks. The rain had stopped, but in their hearts, a new rain had begun, one made of feelings they didn't yet understand. "Will I see you tomorrow?" Alina asked softly. Arham smiled and said, "Not just tomorrow, every day." And just like that, their story began, with one rain, one lie, and one smile. The next day, Arham reached college earlier than usual. He told himself it wasn't because of Alina. But deep down, he knew exactly why. She arrived 5 minutes later, walking slowly, looking around, searching. When her eyes found him, something soft lit up in her expression. "You came early," she said, smiling. Arham shrugged, pretending. Traffic was less. Alina raised a brow. Or maybe someone was waiting for someone. He looked away, embarrassed. She laughed, that same magical, heart-melting laugh. "Come on," she said, "let's bunk today." Arham blinked. "Bunk? You?" "Yes, me." She leaned closer. "I want to spend time with you." His heartbeat forgot its rhythm. They walked out of the college together, heading toward a small cafe nearby. The cafe was almost empty, the windows fogged by the cool weather outside. Soft music played in the background. They sat opposite each other, and for a moment, neither spoke. Alina finally broke the silence. "I feel like I've known you for years, even though it's just been a day." Arham smiled. "Maybe some people don't need time, they just feel right." She looked down, hiding her blush. The waiter placed 2 cups of hot chocolate on the table. Arham noticed Alina staring out the window, lost in thought. "What are you thinking?" he asked. She turned to him and said softly, "That jacket umbrella trick yesterday, was that all you had? Or did you say yes just to be close to me?" Arham froze. He could lie, he could joke, but for the first time, he didn't want to. "I said yes," he whispered, "because I didn't want the moment to end." Alina's lips parted, surprised. Then, slowly, a smile formed, warm, real, beautiful. She slid her cup forward. "Then let's not let this moment end either." They spent hours talking, about dreams, fears, music, favorite food, everything. The conversation flowed like they'd known each other forever. When they finally stepped outside, the skies were clear. But Alina looked up and said, "I hope it rains again." "Why?" Arham asked. She took a step closer, their faces inches apart. "So I can share an umbrella with you. This time for real." Arham felt the world pause. Maybe it wasn't love yet. But it was something close, something beautiful, growing, unspoken. And both of them knew. This was just the beginning. Days passed, and Arham and Alina grew closer with every laugh, every secret shared. But love always has its first test. It was a Friday evening. Arham had promised to meet Alina after college at their favorite cafe. He waited, and waited. But she didn't show up. His phone buzzed finally, a message from her. "Sorry, can't make it. Busy." Arham frowned. Busy? That wasn't like her. She always texted if she was delayed. He waited a little longer, but no call came. Hurt and confusion started to creep in. The next day at college, Alina walked in with a bright smile, but Arham's chest tightened. "Hey," she said. "Hey," he replied, coldly. She began, but he cut her off. "Busy? Huh, that's your excuse." His voice was sharper than he intended. Alina's smile faltered. "Arham, wait, it's not what you think." He shook his head. "Seems like it is. You don't care as much as I do." Her eyes widened, hurt flashing in them. "I do. I swear. My phone died, I couldn't." But Arham had already turned away, feeling a strange emptiness for the first time since they met. The whole day passed in silence. Even lunch felt heavy without her laughter. That evening, as Arham walked home, he felt a tap on his shoulder. It was Alina, holding a small paper bag. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears. Arham, I got caught helping my little cousin with her homework. My phone died and I couldn't call you. I didn't want to hurt you. Arham looked at her, seeing the genuine worry and care in her eyes. His chest softened, the tension melting away. I overreacted, he admitted. I thought you didn't care. She reached out, brushing her fingers against his hand. I care, more than you'll ever know. Arham finally smiled, pulling her close. I care too, more than I can even say. And under the soft glow of the streetlights, with the distant sound of traffic around them, they shared their first real embrace. It wasn't just about holding each other, it was about trust, understanding, and realizing that love wasn't perfect, but it was theirs. Weeks passed after the little misunderstanding, and Arham and Alina's bond grew stronger than ever. They spent afternoons sharing coffee, evenings walking in the park, and nights texting until their thumbs ached. Every moment felt effortless, yet electrifying. One evening, Arham invited Alina to the city's old lighthouse. It's quiet, and the view's amazing, he had said, trying to hide the nervousness in his voice. Alina followed, curious, laughing at how serious he looked. When they reached the top, the city lights stretched endlessly before them, shimmering like stars fallen on earth. The waves crashed gently below, creating a rhythmic music only they could feel. Arham took a deep breath. His heart pounded louder than the sea. Alina, he stopped, words failing him. She tilted her head, smiling softly. You're nervous. He nodded. I've never said this to anyone. But I can't keep it inside anymore. Alina's heart skipped. She had felt it coming, but hearing it made her world stop. I love you, Arham finally said, his voice low but steady. Alina's eyes widened. The words were like a melody she had been waiting for, a feeling she already carried in her heart. She took a step closer, her hand brushing his. I love you too, she whispered. I have, from the moment you held that jacket over me in the rain. Arham smiled, relief and happiness flooding him. Slowly, he took her hand in his, holding it like it was the most precious thing in the world. The wind played with Alina's hair, the city lights reflected in their eyes, and the world seemed to vanish around them. For the first time, love wasn't just a feeling, they had spoken it aloud, and it was magical, real. Unshakable. Arham leaned closer, and Alina met him halfway. Their first kiss under the lighthouse wasn't hurried, it wasn't dramatic, it was perfect, gentle, tender, and full of promises. And in that moment, both of them knew, this was just the beginning of something eternal. Arham and Alina's love had grown strong, but life has a way of testing even the purest feelings. It started subtly. Alina's father got a new job in another city, far away. She tried to hide her worries from Arham, but the tension was obvious. One evening, they sat on their favorite bench in the park. Arham noticed the distant look in her eyes. Alina, what's wrong? He asked gently. She hesitated, biting her lip. My dad, he's moving. Soon, I might have to leave the city. Arham felt the ground shift beneath him. He had always imagined a future with her, college trips, late-night coffees, small adventures. And now, it felt like everything could slip away. We'll figure it out, he said, trying to stay calm. Distance won't change us. Alina shook her head, tears brimming. Arham, it's not just the distance. New city, new life, I don't want to hurt you, or myself. Silence fell. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying the weight of unspoken fears. Arham took her hands, holding them tightly. Listen to me, Alina. I don't care where you go. I'll wait, I'll fight, because it's worth everything. Her tears spilled over. She rested her head on his shoulder. I don't want to lose you. You won't, he whispered, brushing her hair away from her face. I promise. That night, under the quiet stars, they made a vow. No matter the distance, no matter the obstacles, their love would survive. It wasn't easy. Their hearts were heavy, and the future uncertain, but for the first time, they realized that love isn't just about moments together, it's about choosing each other, every single day, against all odds. And even as the first chapter of their love story faced its toughest test, Arham and Alina knew one thing for sure. The next few weeks were the hardest Arham and Alina had ever faced. Alina had moved to the new city, and sudden silence replaced the laughter and warmth they were used to. Messages were brief, calls often missed, and video chats sometimes cut off mid-conversation. Arham tried to stay strong, telling himself, distance is just a test. We'll survive it. But some nights, alone on his bed, he stared at the ceiling, imagining her smile, her laughter, the warmth of her hand in his. Alina, too, felt the emptiness. She missed their walks, their cafe talks, even his silly jokes. But every time she called, she tried to sound cheerful, hiding the ache in her chest. One rainy evening, as Arham walked past their favorite park, he noticed a lone figure under the old tree, the same tree where they had shared their first real conversation. His heart stopped. Could it be her? Alina, he whispered. She turned, eyes wide, her umbrella forgotten. Arham. Neither moved at first. Words weren't needed. Their eyes said everything, the longing, the love, the pain of separation, and the joy of reunion. He ran to her, and she ran to him. The world around them disappeared. They held each other tight, as if letting go could undo everything. I couldn't stay away, Arham murmured into her hair. I tried, but I had to see you, Alina replied, tears rolling down her cheeks. Rain began to pour, soaking them completely. And yet, it felt perfect. Just like the first day they met under the rain, only now stronger, deeper, unbreakable. I promised I'd fight for us, Arham said. You did, Alina whispered. And I'll fight too. That night, the distance didn't matter anymore. They realized love isn't measured in miles, it's measured in hearts willing to beat together, against every challenge, every storm, and every obstacle. Years had passed since the first rain that brought them together. Arham and Alina had faced distance, challenges, and life's uncertainties, but they had grown stronger, their love deeper than ever. One sunny afternoon, Arham led Alina to the rooftop of the same building where he had first told her, I love you. The city stretched endlessly before them, a familiar canvas of memories, walks in the park, rainy coffees, whispered promises, and countless stolen moments. Do you remember this place? Arham asked, taking her hand. How could I forget? Alina smiled. It's where everything began. He took a small velvet box from his pocket, opening it to reveal a delicate ring. Alina, we've fought storms, miles, and time itself. And through it all, my heart has only known one truth. Tears filled her eyes, a mix of joy and disbelief. You're going to say it, aren't you? She whispered. I love you. Always have, always will. Will you marry me? For a moment, the world held its breath. Then Alina laughed through her tears, shaking her head in disbelief and happiness. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. Arham slipped the ring onto her finger, and they embraced, feeling every memory, every struggle, every laughter, and every tear lead them to this moment. The sun set behind them, painting the sky in shades of gold and pink, as if the world itself celebrated their love. And in that golden light, Arham and Alina knew, this was forever. No rain, no distance, no challenge could ever change the bond they had built. They had found love, faced life, and emerged stronger, together. And so, their story didn't just end, it began anew, a lifetime of chapters waiting to be written, side by side, heart to heart.